Hello, everybody. All right. Welcome. 4 o'clock Eastern, MasterSpas Live. All right. Nobody's on yet, Mary. It's just us. Let's give everybody a second. How's everybody doing? One person. Who's on first? Say hello. Say where you're watching from. And please give us a sound check. Did you bring your phone?
I did, yeah.
Okay. We need further questions. All right. How's everybody doing? We've only got one person on so far. I feel like everybody's shopping, Mary.
Yeah, it's always a tough time of year.
Yep, for sure. All right. Dan, what's going on? How are you, bud? All right. Kayla, how are you? Kayla, we can never tell. It just says MasterSpas, so we think it's you. Realize it could be other people, but I think it's you. All right. Donna, how are you? 3 people. All right, slow to get going today. Slow to get going. We had some decent questions, though. So I imagine all those folks will hop on here pretty soon. Give everybody a second. All right. It's Lisa today. Lisa!
Oh, hey, Lisa.
How are you? All right. So, 4. All right. Watching from our 15D. Right on.
Awesome.
Right on. Dan, where are you? Where are you located? What is the weather doing? I guess what I'm gathering is it an outside install, and where are you in the country? If you're in the country. All right. Good to see you, Elise. It was good to see you last week, too.
Yeah.
All right. Jimmy D. What's up, my Canadian brother? All right. 6 people hopping on. Everybody's slow, lethargic. Winter setting in today. All right. 7.
Is today the shortest day of the year?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow's the 21st.
Yeah.
Right? Tomorrow's the shortest day of the year. I don't like it. Merry Christmas, Jim. All right, Dan. Nebraska, outside 48 degrees. All right, not too bad.
That's not bad, actually.
That's not too bad. It's
Yeah.
pretty cold here. It's we were in the 20s this morning when I got up.
It's 45 right now.
45 now. Well, that's pretty similar.
Yeah.
But it was cold up at my house this morning.
Yeah.
So in fact, Beth texted there was a bunch of ice. Charlie, how are you? All right. All right, Sarah, what's going on? Jacqueline, how are you? All right, now we got 16. All right. So I'm assuming everybody's done Christmas shopping, or I'm sure there's some guys in there that never even started. All right. What else? Merry Christmas. All right. Mary, you ready to start?
Yeah.
Come on up. She's just chilling in the back.
I am. Today we're doing a Q&A. Ask us anything hot tub, swim spa, or even chili goat related if you want it.
Oh, you can tell them about the saunas.
Oh, yeah. And
They don't know anything about it.
MasterSpas is going to soon be starting to have saunas be available, and they will be called the Michael Phelps Sweaty Goat saunas. So.
Sarah's getting a Garmin for Christmas.
Oh, awesome!
Yes.
You know what? I really like mine.
I love it.
I
love this watch.
I had the.
Sometimes I don't like what it tells me.
I had the 945 prior to this. This is the Epics, but I mean, it does a lot of the same stuff, but I really love the new screen, the new touch screen, so that was an upgrade. But it's awesome. For the swim spa, just make sure you turn your GPS off.
Right on. All right. Susan!
Hi, Susan. Also, great to see you last week. So we are going to just do, we figured this time of year, we didn't know how many people were going to be on today, but it was our scheduled day, so we wanted to be available. And, we enjoy being on here, so we wanted to just do an open Q&A, ask Ben and Mary whatever you'd like about
It was
hot
all
tubs or swim
chemicals.
spas. And we did. Most of the pre-questions that came in already was pretty much all maintenance questions, which we will definitely get to. And if you have any questions while we're on here today, shoot them over. Even if you're watching this later, put them in the comments and we will get to them.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
And I did not look at the questions.
no, yeah.
So like scanned over them super briefly. So it's truly live.
Yeah. So
Sarah's pumped for a watch. Sarah,
awesome.
we're also pumped for your watch.
That's awesome.
It's so fantastic.
All right, so we can start off actually, Ben, with the pre-questions and get everybody thinking.
Grab them. All right. Yeah, so what's going to happen is as soon as we say these questions, that's when everyone's creative juices are going to flow. Let's go. What do we got?
Here we go. Number 1. Can unbalanced chemicals cause skin rash and itching? That was from Marsha in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely want to be balanced. You're going to have some people are going to be super sensitive and some people are not going to be, but ultimately you want your water balanced. So if there's, something going on in there, you don't want to get in there until it's safe. Those are all really safety measurements so that we are taking good care of ourselves and as the spa as well. But primarily, I would tell you, make sure you're healthy first, spa second. But that being said, it's also to take care of the hot tub too. So yes, absolutely can.
Okay, these are from Maura in Ohio. She is a new owner. She's excited, but I'm assuming her swim spa is running quite often in the cold.
Yep.
And my husband is worried about our power usage.
Yep.
So her first question is, what is the best way to put chemicals in when it's cold outside and you don't want to lose heat?
Okay. You want me to take these one in that piece? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
So, ultimately, if you're going to have to open the cover to put, chemicals in there, and that's just the way it is. As far as the heat loss goes, you're going to lose heat when it's open. When it's closed, it's not going to lose nearly as much, obviously. But when it's open, you just got to open it up and do it for a few minutes and run it. You want to do everything correctly. It's not going to be the difference between, using no energy and using a lot. So just do it right and take good care of your water, yourselves, and your hot tub and swim spa. But you need to just do it. There's no way around that. Okay.
Can you add spa down and chlorine at the same time?
No, you cannot. You don't want to. Lauren, actually, you know what? I'm going to pause you right there because Donna said, what kind of watch are you wearing? We both have Garmin Epix Pros.
I think so, yeah.
Garmin Epix Pros. And I got the big one. It's a 30-day battery. It's like that big. And the good morning that it does is fantastic. It makes me feel good.
Mine isn't quite as big, but it still lasts like a good 2 weeks of battery time. And there are a few different types of Garmins that work really well in the swim spa.
Yep.
So you're just spa down.
So if you want to have all of everything balanced before you chlorinate, or the chlorine won't necessarily work as it's supposed to. So remember, you want to do alkalinity first, whether it's up or down, makes no difference. Then your pH, then your chlorine. You cannot do them both at the same time in hopes that it lands in the right place. I would not recommend that. Okay? So, Donna, you're very welcome.
And then,
Luke?
Should she wait 30 minutes after the putting chlorine or putting chemicals in with the cover open? I mean, 15 to 20 minutes.
That's
fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, in a body of water that's 1,900 gallons, you aren't going to lose that much heat, even when it's really cold. If it's only open for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And in terms of usage, you can lower lower the time that your filter cycles are on. You can also, if you have like a pro rate like that's different at nighttime, you can have more of the time that your filters are running during that lower cost time. Some people have that.
Actually, you know what? I wanted to mention, because I was thinking about it for mine.
Yeah.
I did not get a chance to do it, but we had someone in that we work with that we obviously respect what they have to say, and he claims that putting a pool solar cover and cutting it out for the swim spa underneath the cover, and you don't want it to be on top of the flange of the acrylic because then the cover won't seal correctly. But that solar pool cover underneath the cover made a significant difference on the energy consumption. I was told that, and I trust him. I have not tested it myself yet, so I would like to see that myself before I sign my name on it. But if it came from him, I would certainly try it. That's for sure. So I have not done that yet myself, but I would like to. All right.
And we do recommend that you open all 4 panels when you're off gassing, because you do want to make sure that that chlorine is off gassing completely, because if you still have, essentially half the cover, if you only open the 2 middle panels, you're still going to get that gas trapped in the
on the ends.
So I mean, once every once in a blue moon, it's fine if you're in a rush and you don't have all the time, but we wouldn't recommend doing that all the time.
Lauren said no Christmas cookies in the swim spa.
Probably a good idea.
Probably a good idea though.
Elizabeth in Texas, is it best to empty the swim spa for the winter or turn up the heat of the water? Honestly, it's really better to keep the water running especially if you're home there all winter. Really the only time that we would recommend winterizing is if you're a snowbird and you're not home for 6 months out of the year.
Right.
Swim spas and hot tubs are like cars. They work best when they're running and wet and, everything's moving. So, it is better to turn the heat up a little bit.
Okay. Marty said, I might need your skinny little pointy finger here. Oh, I got it. Marty said, why am I always getting the green film or line in my tub? I keep an eye on the chemicals all the time, but it seems like I'm dealing with that all the time. So, green can mean a couple of things. It can be copper. It can be, pH, sort of wrong, off, but so it depends. A couple different things can cause it. Sort of hard for me to answer that, but I would tell you to make sure that your pH and your alkalinity are dialed and that you have enough chlorine, enough sanitizer in there to maintain that 1 to 3 parts per million. If not, if all that stuff is in place, then it's probably a metal situation and the metal is coming out of the water, so you'll want to use a metal be gone. If everything is truly perfect, and then it's like copper in your water would cause the green, and you'll want to get that out of there with like a metal be gone. All right, Dan, can you put swim spa in the ground, and can you help with this? Me personally, so you can definitely put a swim spa in the ground, but you have to do what's called a vault. So you don't want to backfill up against it. As far as most dealers don't do that, but some will. I'm assuming you meant can dealers help with that, and not me personally. I'm definitely not coming to dig the hole with you. So, but yes, so it's called a vault. And if you actually look at, is that still in the owner's manual, right?
Yeah.
If you look up owner's manual for whichever swim spa you're considering, and in the owner's manual, and it's right on the website, it'll actually show you what a vault should look like and the dimensions, and you want to do it right. But I will tell you the most important thing on a vault, always, is drainage for rainwater. Always. Every time I've ever seen an issue, it's when water either didn't drain fast enough or someone skipped the drain step, which, believe it or not, we see from time to time. All right. Maybe the homeowner, mentioned it to the contractor. The contractor didn't think much about it and figured it would go in the ground. It doesn't. It doesn't go fast enough. So it will fill with water, and you want to make sure that you have great drainage in there. Okay. All right.
I mean, we have dealers who recommend, like a curtain drain, a sump pump, and an alarm.
Actually, one of the ones I liked was Chris's house, where they had a pad. So the swim spa was this big. The pad was directly underneath it, and then the next 2 or 3 feet were a gravel.
Yeah.
Were all gravel for the water to just go right down into the ground. I love that. I thought that was really smart. So that's a great way to do it. The concrete slab, the cement slab, does not need to go wall to wall inside the vault. Okay. All right. Donna, are the filter clips replaceable, as one of our filters keeps popping up? Donna, I don't know what you're talking about. Are the filter clips. What? So Donna, make another comment on which tub you have, which model you have specifically. Because every model has different filters and filter clip. The only filter clip I'm wondering is if you have a clarity and you're talking about the clip on the filter that keeps it down in place, but that's only for transport. You're actually not supposed to have it on there.
That's like a yellow.
It's a
piece.
yellow little clip with a little, looks like a mini candy cane. All right, Rick, Kate and Rick in Colorado, welcome. All right.
We've got another question here.
Go ahead.
Christina in Connecticut asked,
Connecticut.
how do you remove jets and clean them? So the jets are easy to remove. They just, you turn them counterclockwise until they unlock, and then you just pull them out.
Yep.
And cleaning them,
It's easy. Take it out, clean it, pops right out. So what you want to do is push it in a little bit, turn it like you're going to loosen it, okay? And you'll feel it. And then you'll feel it kind of unclick, then turn it a little more, gently take it out. Perfect.
and I guess I would, as I always do, would recommend the Windex vinegar cleaner to clean them.
This stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, we're using it on everything now. We use it on the house for the dogs. And
Yeah.
All right, Dan, which swim spa would you recommend? Ooh, that's a big question. All right, brother. So on the swim spa front, if you are just want a single temp and you're not crazy fast swimming, H2X Trainer 15D is the most sold swim spa on earth. You can never really go wrong with it. If you want that size and you want to go a little bit faster, I would go Challenger 15D. If you want a dual temp for the same reasons, speed-wise, the swim speed is what dictates which swim spa. So if you are just doing some recreational swimming or swimming is not your primary concern, go H2X. Don't pay the difference for the Challenger. There's no reason to do that if you don't need
Trainer.
it. H2X Trainer and H2X Challenger. You'll see that on the website when you look in there. I need to shave. It's starting to itch. It's bothering me. So, and then if you want your dual temps, of course you have the same thing is going to be the H2X Trainer, the H2X Challenger, and of course the Michael Phelps Momentum if you need to go really fast. So Dan, if there's anyone in the family who is an Olympic hopeful, well, then you're going to have to spend the money on the Michael Phelps Momentum because it is the fastest portable swim spa on earth. Okay? So, but most of the time, if you ask which swim spa should I get and we just closed our eyes and threw a dart at the dartboard, you should land on Trainer 15D. You can't go wrong with it. It's absolutely freaking awesome. All right. Donna, the yellow clip that holds the filter. Yes, that's the one not supposed to be on there. How do the filters stay down?
It doesn't.
Oh, on a Therapool 13 that has the same filters as the
Yeah.
Clarity. Okay, so Donna, actually perfect that we got each other in this. Take them off. They're supposed to float up and down with the water. So that
They
clip,
act like a skimmer.
right, it floats up and down. That clip holds it down in place so that it doesn't fall out during transport. Some places we transport to, not in the U.S., in the continental U.S., we transport flat with a swim spot typically, but when it goes overseas, Europe, Hawaii, it will actually go sideways and those could fall out during transport. So those clips are only for transport and they should be taken out. You're not gonna like hurt anything by leaving them in there more than likely, just not gonna filter quite correctly. Okay, Brad, Hawaii, yes, that's right, Brad. We ship sideways to Hawaii. I know you know that. All right, so yep, the yellow clips, gonzo. The yellow clip holds the top over the filter. Yep. So you actually don't want that. Let it bob up and down in the water. That was good finding right there, Donna.
We have one more question.
Go ahead.
If you all have questions that are watching, please post them. But we've got one more that came ahead of time. This is from Leah in Oklahoma. We are having issues with cloudiness. What is the best solution? They have a Trainer 15D. So my
Preach it.
recommendation is to test your water with a test strip, but most likely your free chlorine is 0. So you don't really want that free chlorine to be 0 because it could eventually turn your water cloudy. You want to have that free chlorine to be within that 1 to 3 parts per million, which on your test strip should come up like a light purpley color. If that free chlorine on your test strip is coming up white, that usually means there's no chlorine.
0.
And that is usually the first thing that's going to happen when your water gets cloudy. So a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times when people are saying that their water is cloudy, it's because there's just no chlorine in it.
Right.
So definitely like just throw a test strip in, check the other levels of, you want to test alkalinity, pH, and then chlorine. But if your alkalinity and your pH are balanced, then most likely it's just that you're going to need more chlorine.
What if the alkalinity and pH aren't balanced, Mary? Which one do we deal with first?
So A before P, so alkalinity first, then pH, and then chlorine.
Yep.
So
also, your filter settings, you can run the filter longer. So if, let's say you have yourself on a nice little schedule of chemicals and you're running 2 hours and 2 hours, maybe 3 and 3 would make a difference for you if you want to find that exact balance point. Although it's probably just not quite enough chlorine, is what we see most often, okay? What do we got? 26, questions. All right. Yellow clip, I think we got everybody. Yeah, we figured this was the last live of the year, so we've got so much going on at MasterSpas. It's amazing. Next year, honestly, everybody in our country is sort of freaking out. Doesn't matter which side of the political whatever you stand on. Everybody's sort of freaking out. Our country is in some turmoil here. It's not super great. It makes it a little funky for us to, sort of plan on the year, and everybody's preoccupied. But Master's got a lot of amazing things going on. So this last week, we went down to our dealer meeting, and then we got to see the new Rotomold Chili Goat, which is amazing. Same horsepower. And then we got to see all of the new sauna line, which is really cool. So we definitely want one. Susan, send us a sauna. All right. So now we've got some questions. Can high pH cause chlorine to not register? Yeah, pH being high will mess up everything. So remember, everybody's water is different geographically. Yeah. So you can have a different response to different things based on someone else, or being somewhere else in the country than someone else can. So, but the golden rule always applies. Adjust alkalinity first, whether it's up or down, adjust pH up or down, and then chlorinate, and then you're golden. And then you always want to use metal out on a fill up, not just first fill, it's then forever. Okay, so every time you do a refill, metal out, AP, chlorine. Okay? Just got our trainer. Let's see, I need to do another C more. Steve, I'm getting the rest of that question up here. It's not happening. Mary? Okay.
You got it?
I did not get it.
Okay. I will come over.
But it's not working. Okay, you can read the question.
Just got our trainer 18D and going to fill it on Friday. Are there any more knife valves? Slice valves to make sure are open other than the ones in the section where it gets wired in?
No.
I have no idea what that means, but no, Steve.
Ben said no.
Ben said no. Donna, appreciate you guys doing this. Awesome, very helpful. Merry Christmas to you too. Okay, cool. Anybody else have any questions? You could ask hot tub questions too if you want.
Absolutely.
We are here for a few more minutes. And then we will certainly be back.
2 weeks.
That will be the first week of 2024.
What else do we see at the dealer meeting? We can talk about that, right?
I don't know.
So there's a new roll cover.
Yes,
changed.
yep.
Yep, so we got some updates to the Axis roll cover. We've got some new cover lifter options directly from MasterSpas that are pretty neat that we've never seen before. We've got saunas.
Yep.
Three different size, three different size saunas, 2 and 3 person, one is a corner.
And again, those are, I think it's funny, but fun name. They're to match the chili goats.
Chili goat, cold
They'll
tub.
be the Michael Phelps
Sweaty
goats.
For saunas, which are awesome.
Yeah.
So.
And just the research on that hot, cold contrast therapy is just so great.
Okay, Brad said, love you guys. Brad, we love you too.
We love you too. Hope you're having a blast, by the way.
Yeah,
on the mainland.
Well, isn't he in the Keys?
Yeah,
The
but
Keys is barely the mainland, Mr. Captain Hawaii. All right, so, well, kind of. It's not the mainland. Key West is not like the rest of the U.S. All right, Rick, our spa will be essentially sticking out of a deck. Is 30 inches a good height for getting into spa 15 while sitting? Oh, can you hit that button?
Yep.
Hang on, Rick. Hang on. I have strong feelings about the amount above a deck where we see people on the deck. So I like 2 feet. Okay, so if the top of this flange is 30 inches, your max is 30 inches. Okay, anything above 30 inches won't be comfortable to sit your butt. You're actually going to need a step to get in the swim spa, which I don't like. So 24 inches, when my mom did hers, we went right to 24 inches for the deck height above the rim of the swim spa, the acrylic flange, so that it was perfect to sit your tush down and spin in and out. It works perfect. Okay, Mary, why didn't you tell me how to twist that?
That's all right.
Your head was like that. It's weird. So 30 inches is the maximum. 24 is perfection, although I don't have a problem with 30. Above 30, it's start, and I'm 5'8", I'm short, so it would not work for me. So if you look at the pictures of my Challenger at home, it's probably 36 inches, and the deck was existing. There's nothing I could do about it. So I had to build a step to get to 30 inches. So you walk up on the upper deck, then there's a step. It's probably, I don't know, 2.5 feet by 8 feet, something like that. I built it out of the same material as the deck, so it looks great, but it's a step. And when you get out at nighttime, it's sort of annoying. Like I'm always sort of waiting to, land and fall and knock my teeth out, which I don't want to do. So 24 to 30, no more than 30. If it's more than 30, do something different, okay? That is the official recommendation. Brad, which sauna do you think will be the best seller?
I think that mid-size one, like the one in the middle.
I think probably middle is, but that's sort of a cop-out answer because, it's a safe answer in the middle.
I
but
love
it's probably
that.
true.
I do really like the corner one.
I do too.
I think that one's my personal favorite. But
Ben Canute and I were talking about taking the seat out if he could squeeze a little bike in there.
Oh.
For climate
acclimation, yeah. Oh, that's
so
not
Ben
a bad
Canute
idea.
is one of our pro triathletes. Canute, if you're watching this, Ben, we love you. It was great to hang with you. Sorry about the name butchering, but I can't stop.
He said
now.
he's used to it. So
He did.
he's
He did.
fine.
He was actually awesome.
He has thick skin. He's fine.
He's a pro triathlete. He needs there's no way he doesn't have thick skin. Between the course chewing him up and spitting him out, and the other athletes just messing with each other every second. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, he was talking about Brad. He was talking about taking the corner unit, taking the benches out, and I'm pretty sure you could squeeze like a spin bike in there, but I think he wanted to use the smallest trainer with one of his bikes, but a spin bike I think might fit. So for climate acclimation, which would be pretty wild. All right, new cold plunge Matterhorn. That thing was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
Sarah logging off. Thank you both, and have a Merry Christmas.
You
Merry
too. Enjoy
Christmas.
your new Garmin.
Absolutely. Rick, very helpful. Thanks. No problem. Rick, I know it's a pain in the butt when you're dealing with heights and decks and all that stuff. And whether you're talking about bringing up cement or digging it down, I had to dig my cement down like below the ground, just that much. So there's no drainage problem, but to get it as low because the deck was already existing. But I will tell you that step bothers me so much that I've considered taking the deck boards off that upper deck and building like a deck on top of it and then putting it down to raise it up and add a step because it bothers me. So it's just like the wrong height. It's sort of annoying. And I like projects anyway because I'm an idiot. Okay. Susan, Merry Christmas, Ben and Mary. Merry Christmas to you and Greg.
Yeah.
It was good to see you guys last week. All right.
Any last minute questions?
Yep.
We know this is baking, shopping, craziness time. But we wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas anyway and a Happy New Year. And we are certainly going to be back
lots going on
right
next
at
year.
the beginning of the new year.
We know it. Everybody's busy right now.
Yeah.
But last one of the year, so we wanted to hop on. Lily! Oh, there's Lily.
Hi, Lily.
So very good to see everybody. Looking forward to being in the swim spa this first Christmas morning. Merry Christmas. Absolutely.
You know, that's
It's awesome,
usually
yeah.
my go-to thing. You know, why we live in the Northeast. We talk to a lot of people in the Northeast. Oh, I can get a pool for, you know.
Yeah, not
I
December
don't,
25th.
you know,
you're not
but
in it.
your kids aren't going to be in it on Christmas, and you know we love to see those photos where kids are, you know, in their
Oh, yeah.
swim spa on Christmas, and it's really special. So
Yes, the
enjoy
lights are
it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Brad said Merry Christmas, M-A-R-I, Christmas. That's cute.
Thanks,
All
Brad.
right. Lisa, thanks, Ben and Mary. Hope you have an amazing Christmas. You too,
Yep,
Lisa,
you too.
and family. Rick has asked time and date of next Facebook Live. Exactly 2 weeks.
So the first is Monday. So the 3rd. So yes.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from
January 3rd,
4 o'clock.
2024, 4 o'clock Eastern.
today. Yep.
We will see you then.
Every 2 weeks, 4 o'clock, always.
Yeah.
So.
Unless our schedule is crazy, which it always is, but we try to make it work.
And Rick, if you want us to take a look at, you know, if you message MasterSpas, the big page, and right on the top, you know, for Ben and Mary, they'll sift through there. We get a lot of messages, so it doesn't, you know, we don't get it that minute. But if you want to show us some pictures or anything, what you're looking at, always love to take a peek at it, and never afraid to offer advice. We've been doing this a long, long time. So very cool. All right.
All right, everybody.
All right, we're out.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
In 2024.
24. Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. See you guys next year. Lily, Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.